Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, fellow companions on the colorful and experiential journey of life. Have you ever looked back at the past and wished you had done things differently? As we age, the choices we make daily, whether big or small, can either help us build a fulfilling, meaningful life or gradually erode our happiness and well-being, sometimes without us even realizing it. Some mistakes may seem minor at first, but over time, they can have serious consequences. Loneliness, unnecessary financial struggles, and even health problems that could have been avoided. Today, we will discuss 5 of the biggest mistakes people often make in old age, mistakes that can silently undermine their lives. Some of these might surprise you because they often happen so gradually, so subtly, that people don't even recognize the damage they're causing until it's too late. But once you recognize these patterns, you gain the power to make better decisions, avoid unnecessary regrets, and actively take control of your future. This isn't just about avoiding pitfalls. It's about ensuring your later years are filled with joy, purpose, and good health. One of the most common and damaging mistakes is neglecting physical health. It often begins subtly, skipping a morning walk here, choosing convenience foods over nutritious meals there. Gradually, mobility decreases, energy levels drop, and many accept this as an inevitable part of aging. But in reality, much of the decline experienced later in life isn't solely due to age. It's largely due to inactivity, poor nutrition, and ignoring early warning signs of health problems. If you've ever felt stiff after sitting too long or noticed your balance isn't what it used to be, that's your body talking to you. Movement is essential regardless of age. The less you move, the harder it becomes to stay active. Weak muscles lead to poor balance, increasing the risk of falls, a primary danger for seniors, potentially leading to severe injuries and loss of independence. Mr. Henry, 74, stopped his daily walks and, months later, found standing tiring and his knees aching. Regaining the lost strength took him months, making him wish he'd never slowed down. Ignoring diet is another common issue. As the body ages, it actually requires more of certain nutrients like protein for muscle, calcium for bones, and fiber for digestion. Relying on processed foods or skipping meals leads to deficiencies, fatigue, weakened immunity, and chronic conditions. Ignoring regular checkups is also risky, as many conditions, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, osteoporosis, lack early symptoms. Be proactive rather than waiting for problems to become severe. The good news? It's never too late to change. Adding 15 minutes of walking, swapping processed foods for fresh ones, doing light strength training, and prioritizing regular checkups can make a significant difference, allowing you to keep doing what you love. The second heartbreaking mistake is isolating oneself from friends and family. While wanting time alone after major life changes is natural, completely withdrawing from social connections can lead to deeper loneliness, depression, and even faster physical and mental decline. Isolation easily becomes a hard-to-break pattern. Humans need connection. Research shows social isolation can be as harmful to health as smoking, increasing risks of heart disease, weakened immunity, and dementia. When the brain isn't regularly stimulated through interaction, it slows down. Mrs. Dorothy, 76, gradually stopped reaching out to friends, assuming they were busy. She became lonely, lost energy and motivation. Only when she made an effort to reconnect, calling friends, joining a book club, inviting grandchildren over, did she feel more engaged and happier. Don't rely solely on family. Cultivate a network of friends and neighbors. Embrace simple technology like video calls or messaging to stay connected, especially when visits aren't possible. It's never too late to rejoin clubs, volunteer, or simply call a friend. The goal isn't a packed schedule, but meaningful connections that keep you mentally sharp and emotionally fulfilled. Don't push away those who care, even if grief makes you irritable. Their presence offers comfort. Seeking support from peers who understand similar experiences can also be incredibly healing. You don't have to bear your burdens alone. The third mistake is resisting change. Whether it's technology, lifestyle adjustments, or shifting social norms, Digging in one's heels and refusing to adapt can be isolating. Change can be uncomfortable, especially after decades of doing things a certain way. But refusing to adapt doesn't stop the world from changing. It just makes life more frustrating. Many seniors shy away from new technology, but basic skills like using smartphones, online banking, or video calls are becoming essential for staying connected and managing daily life. Mr. Albert, 78, initially refused a smartphone but realized he was missing out on family group chats and convenient services. Learning these tools, even reluctantly at first, ultimately improved his life. Sticking to outdated habits in diet, home safety, or ignoring new medical advice because that's how I've always done it can be dangerous when better alternatives exist. Adapting also applies to relationships. Embracing generational differences with an open mind strengthens family bonds rather than creating distance. Adapting doesn't mean losing yourself. It means being flexible enough to keep moving forward, finding that change can bring unexpected joy and opportunity. The fourth mistake involves mismanaging finances. It's easy to assume money matters less in old age, especially with retirement savings. However, overspending, underestimating future expenses, especially medical and long-term care costs, or lacking an emergency plan can quickly turn comfortable years into stressful ones. Mr. Richard, 72, spent freely in retirement, only to find his savings dwindling in his late 70s due to rising medical costs, forcing him to rely on his children. Financial planning is a lifelong process. Even in retirement, tracking expenses, understanding healthcare costs, and planning for potential long-term care are crucial. Seniors are also prime targets for financial scams. Learning to recognize scams, avoiding unsolicited offers, and consulting trusted advisors before major decisions can prevent devastating losses. Financial security in old age is about wisdom, not just wealth. Create a budget, be mindful of spending, and plan carefully. Finally, a profound mistake is ignoring mental growth and purpose. Many seniors fall into the mindset that retirement marks the end of learning, goal setting, or contributing. But having something meaningful to look forward to, a hobby, passion, or new challenge, is vital for staying mentally sharp, emotionally fulfilled, and even physically healthy. The belief that mental decline is inevitable is largely a myth. The brain remains capable of learning and adapting throughout life. The real danger is inactivity. Mrs. Linda, 70, felt her best years were behind her after retiring and spent days watching TV, becoming forgetful and disengaged. Taking an art class rekindled her sense of purpose, sharpened her mind, and led to new friendships. Finding a reason to get up in the morning, volunteering, mentoring, gardening, writing, provides structure, motivation, and fulfillment. Don't fear failure or think it's too late to try new things. Growth stops only when you decide to stop trying. Staying mentally active and purposeful improves mood, longevity, and cognitive function. Keep looking forward, keep learning, and never believe your best days are behind you. As we reflect on these 5 mistakes, neglecting physical health, isolation, resisting change, mismanaging finances, and ignoring purpose, remember that aging well is about the choices we make. The good news is that avoiding these pitfalls doesn't require drastic measures. Small adjustments in how you approach your health, relationships, mindset, and finances can make a significant difference. Prioritize movement, eat well, stay on top of checkups. Make an effort to reconnect with others. Embrace change and technology. Manage finance wisely. Find purpose and keep learning. The choices you make today shape the quality of your life for years to come. It's never too late to take control and ensure your later years are some of your best. Now, I would love to hear from you. What resonated most with you from these insights? Please share one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it to your life in the comments below. Your shares are valuable encouragement and help us all learn together. Reading your comments gives us great motivation. If you found this content helpful, please press the like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss other insightful discussions, and share this video with those you care about. Your support is the driving force that allows us to continue creating meaningful content. Thank you so long for joining me to the end. Wishing you always wise choices and a fulfilling later life. See you in the next video.